Hey, can you hear me? Michael? Michael? Can you hear me? I can't hear you. Click on the video where it says video at the bottom left of your screen.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. Cool. Is Allison going to be able to make it?
She should be here in just a matter of a minute or two.
Okay, perfect. Hopefully Angie will be able to get on here. Let's see if she's on here now. Nope, not yet. Doesn't take much.
Oh, I hear her pulling up the driveway now.
Awesome. So how's it going for you? How's it going for you so far?
I'm guessing it's going fine. Just trying to get in a rhythm and figure it out. But I mean, that's just in conjunction with Allison and because she does all of my cooking. She's awesome like that.
Yeah.
So she does the cooking planning.
She has a knack for that.
Hi,
lady.
I don't know where your notebook is.
I don't know if Nancy.
She went to go get her paper.
Okay. Sometimes there's a little bit of a delayed reaction.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of what?
A delayed reaction.
Okay, Angie says she's having a hard time.
No, she's frozen.
Computer. I'm answering Angie right now on the text message.
Okay.
Well, I'm calling her.
Okay.
Angie. Hey, I think you're coming in. 870-307-3110. Okay, are you on a computer or phone? Okay, you're going to have a harder time getting in if it's on a phone. Let's see. Okay. 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 She's looking for a computer. She's on her phone trying to log in. Okay. Yeah, yours just voted in.
Big
Okay,
deal.
I'm going to remove
It took
you
us off for a minute.
until you get on your computer. Okay, all right. Okay, you guys there? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, there's like a delayed reaction.
Yeah.
I hate that.
Mm-hmm.
Once in a while I get a delayed reaction
Yes.
to a Zoom chat.
Well, it probably doesn't. Yes. And well, and where we live, we don't have the best internet, so that could be part of it.
Okay, okay, awesome. Let's see, I'm gonna check. Angie, did you find a computer? Okay. Angie's about to join us.
Okay.
Okay, good, Nancy. When you click on the link on your computer, you'll automatically come on with a mute. So at the bottom left on the screen, just unmute it where it says start video. This is good because we're learning through this first time together.
Yep.
Did you find it? Oh, okay. All right. I'm going to keep you on the phone as I go on and talk to Allison and Michael, okay? Yes, the link
I'm still
is the one that I emailed you.
Whoops.
Yeah, or you just click on it because I sent it as a link. You can just click on it and it should automatically open up into a screen. It says join meeting. Oh, looks like you're about to join. You're on. At the bottom left of your screen, bottom left corner, there's a mute and then it says start video. Click on start video. Okay. It's streaming. Hold on. We've got to get you in. Yes, join audio.
There we go.
You're on.
Okay.
Okay.
Hang it up.
All right. There you go. Okay, so now we can all see each other. You can switch the screens around at the top and all that. So this will be a good way for us to all ask questions and learn from each other because I want every single one of you to succeed in this. This is a program that I did for a couple years in a row, a few years ago for CrossFit, and it's developed by Paul Nobles, and it really was intended for CrossFitters. Anybody can use it if they're wanting to increase muscle mass and basically trim off any fat, because you're eating for performance. So you're eating the amount of carbs pre and post workout just for those muscles, just to fuel it for the workout. And then the rest of the day, your body's going to have to burn up something in order to continue functioning. And what it does is starts to burn up fat, your own body fat instead. So it's just a really good, quick way to do it. Now, each one of you, I will probably have to tweak the amount of macros that you're consuming. Are you guys finding that you're either eating too much or not enough?
Not enough.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Nancy, I know we haven't really got yours yet till we do your InBody tomorrow. So you'll kind of understand, exactly how much. How about Michael and Allison? How about you guys? Are you eating enough?
Yeah, Michael just says he's hungry. Michael's hungry.
I'm hungry. I may be eating enough,
but I'm
hungry.
I have had a hard time figuring out. I don't think I've given him enough yet because of the crazy week that it's been.
Yeah.
I've tried to do as good as I can, but I haven't been able to sit down since we got the numbers and actually put together good meal plans to make sure he's getting exactly the amount.
Okay.
So,
if you're hungry,
but I'm trying.
If you're hungry, let's just say an hour and a half after you get done eating your post-workout meal,
Yeah.
that tells me you're not getting enough carbs.
Okay.
So we need to make sure you're getting enough carbs for your post-workout meal. Now, are all you guys doing 4 meal plans, four meals a day?
No.
I think so.
Okay. I mean,
I think Michael's going to do 5 because you had recommended that because of his protein.
Yeah. I mean, as tall as you are, Michael, it's going to be hard for you to get as much in that your body needs to support it without really creating an extra meal. I mean, we could cram it all into 4, but your body can only absorb so much protein at 1 meal setting. And if you consume too much at 1 meal setting, it actually starts to convert into carbs. So we don't want that to take place because we've got to have enough protein to support your workout. So yeah, if you can do that, that would be great. That'd be great. So if you're hungry after your post-workout meal and you are getting enough carbs, so you're hitting the macros that of the formula that I gave you, then you need to let me know, because I'm going to have to up your carbs.
Okay.
Or, definitely up your carbs for post-workout. We might need to up it for pre-workout. I'd rather you have more post-workout than pre-workout. So, but we might need to up it for pre-workout. Each person is so individualized. That's why I like to work a lot of one-on-one, and we have to tweak it because our metabolisms are not cookie cutters. We're so individualized with that. So if you're hungry, let me know. Now, if you get to the point to where you're feeling stuffed all the time and maybe you're feeling a little bloated, then we've got the macros too high, and I need to tweak that for you. So most of your meals the carbs and proteins will be pre and post workout. The rest of your meals will basically be just protein fat. That's a lot of fat, so do try to focus on plant fats as much as possible instead of fried fats and high-fat meats. You just want something lean and healthy. You can cook in coconut oil and count it as your fat. The yolk, part of your egg, that's your fat. Okay. So you can use nuts and seeds on there. That's a good fat. So those are all just different types of fats that are listed underneath the fat list that you can incorporate.
But then
Michael wanted to know for his one.
What now?
Sorry.
Oh, go on.
Michael wanted to know, can he put coconut oil and grass-fed butter in his coffee?
Yes. If you want a bulletproof coffee, go for it. It actually has been shown to increase ketones which higher ketones can start to shred some visceral fat. Of course, visceral fat, when you look on your in-body, which did you come by and get your in-body? I can print another in-body.
I
off.
did.
No, we forgot again.
That's fine. I've got a copy of yours here.
Okay.
But it shreds the visceral
Okay.
fat off. So you want some ketones, some of it. You just don't want to go really high on ketones because that could create some clinical issues I really don't want to dive into. That kind of goes into the keto diet that could be dangerous if you don't really know what you're doing. So, but a little bit of ketones is good
Right.
and safe. So yeah, that would be totally fine. It only creates ketones for like an hour or two. So, but it's good.
So
Okay.
a meal that is your proteins and fats, what does that look like? I mean, a piece of chicken and half an avocado, or?
Yes, you could do that. Now, keep in mind, anytime you have your protein fat meal, you can have all of those green vegetables that you want.
Okay.
It could be, for example, piece of protein, piece of meat, or salmon that's got good healthy fat in it anyway, along with, let's just say, mixed greens salad with some dressing on top. It could be a vinegar flavored dressing. My favorite is grapefruit white vinegar dressing. Drizzle it on top. You can have Brussels sprouts that's been sauteed in or cooked with nitrite-free uncured bacon. So there's a fat. I don't recommend that all the time, but if you try to go uncured, nitrite-free, just more of a cleaner version, a Whole30 version, that would be fine. So you can cook that with your Brussels sprouts, and it tends to season the Brussels sprouts up even more. So there's another version of fat. You're getting a lot of greens in because you've got to really get a lot of greens. That's where you're getting your phytonutrients, your vitamins and your minerals that really fuels up that metabolism. So you want to watch the macros for the calories, but you've got to keep your body nourished as well with the vitamins and minerals. So that's where those greens come in, or low carb vegetables.
Okay. And in general, those carb grams don't really count.
No, I mean, they're, as you notice on there, it's so insignificant. You're getting 1 to maybe 5 grams in a cup. So
Okay.
it's not much at all.
Okay.
Not at all. I mean, you're getting some carbs, but it's not enough to even worry about.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I have a quick. So like, say we work out in the morning,
Mm-hmm.
and so we're gonna eat all of our carbs in the morning. So in the evening, those need to be the days that we don't have rice or beans and stuff like that. If we're gonna have that, we need to have an afternoon or evening workout to have that with dinner. Is that correct?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
If you want to have that for your breakfast.
Okay. Yes. Angie and I were talking about that, so that's one thing I wanted to make sure.
Yes. And that I put that
Okay.
on here where workout times can be at different times because it's going to vary. I mean, we're not always.
Right.
There's some evenings that I get home from work late. I don't even make it to CrossFit, but I go running in the neighborhood because that's the only way I can get my workout in for the day.
Mm-hmm.
So meal patterns, I mean, you shouldn't be so strict with this, that everything's just so tight and frigid. So you can work your way around it. Now, days that you guys are
Okay.
not exercising, okay, those are days you do not need to eat those high carbs.
None of them.
None.
Right.
None of
And
those. Now, your medium and low GI carbs are good.
Okay.
None of the high. And eat a ton of the low GI carbs. If you want to eat 21 cups of vegetables in that day that all have like 2 or 3 grams of carbs in a cup, go for it.
Okay.
There is unlimited amount. I do not want you guys going hungry at all.
Okay.
So if you're
What calorie do we go off of the? Oh, sorry.
No, I'm listening.
Do we go the calories on the non-workout days? Do we stay with the macros for the workout days, or do we go off of the calories on our in-body test sheet?
I would do the calories off your in-body test.
On non-workout days. Okay.
You got it. And really
Okay.
on those days, I want you to pay closer attention to your body, what your body's telling you. So we're not just
Okay.
calculating calories all the time. Listen to true hunger pangs. When your body is signaling, hey, I'm hungry, then go eat. Just because the clock says 12 o'clock doesn't mean you have to go eat. So listen to your body on that. When you're eating a larger amount of fat, you're not going to feel hungry as quickly because that fat delays digestion. It takes like 12 to 15 hours. That's how long that fat stays in your body. Whereas your carbs, it spikes that insulin level up really quick and comes down really quick. So it's in and out basically within 2 hours. That's why you want to have your carbs around your workout with no fat delay. So avoiding the fats and just the carbs. The carbs is what's going to give you guys energy. That's the energy for your workout. It's not the protein, it's not the fat. The protein is like the healing effect. So if you can imagine, you have your muscles have little fibers, and as you're working out, you're basically making tiny little shreds as you're lifting weights. It sounds weird, but it's happening, okay? You're lifting weights, you're making tiny little shreds. So when you consume that protein, it comes in like a Band-Aid effect on top of that, layer after layer, day after day. That's your toning. That's how you get your toning. And for Michael, since he's got way more testosterone than the rest of us, he's not just going to get toning, he's going to start getting bulk. So he can push it a little bit more. So his will grow actually quicker than ours. So the benefits of hormones there.
Okay.
So there's really like a 1 hour window is what a lot of research says. And some people say, there's no such thing as a window. I personally can feel that window. I've heard a lot of other people say they have felt the window too that's done CrossFit. But really, I like to stick to a 1 hour window. After you get done working out, that's when your growth hormone is really high. It's only high 2 different times through the day. It's when you are in your 7th hour of sleep. The sleep is very crucial. And it's also when you just got done lifting weights. That growth hormone keeps the metabolism revved. It speeds it up. It's what heats the body. And what makes that growth hormone quit is the intake of a carbohydrate. So we know we need carbohydrates post-workout, but if we're wanting to burn fat, we want that growth hormone to continue burning as long as we can. We want to milk it, so to speak. So then when you walk out of CrossFit, your body is still on fire with the metabolism 45 minutes later. So I like to choose a window of about 45 minutes after my workout. That's when I'm going to consume my carb and my protein. So that's when I'm going to get my burn. For people who don't want to burn fat, they need to consume it immediately. Because after your workout, your body, the uptake of that insulin is ready. It's prepped and it's primed. And its main job is to transport sugars from the food you eat immediately to your cells, over to your muscles. So the way I kind of look at it like this, and this is really crucial, even if you don't want to do any type of eat to perform. I look at the pancreas a lot like a bus depot. That pancreas secretes buses on demand. So those buses are insulin. Insulin is like the only hormone in your body. You have 50 plus hormones in your body. It's the only hormone you can control like that. It also has a bad reputation known as the fat-making hormone. So we don't want it to become a fat-making hormone, and I'm going to show you how that works. So your pancreas, the bus depot, is stimulated whenever you put a carbohydrate in your mouth. And as soon as you put that carb in your mouth, it starts dispatching buses depending on how many carbs you put in your mouth. So the more buses that you dispatch, the more it's got to take in. It's going to haul it on over first to your muscles. And when your muscles are completely filled and there's no room left, then it's going to haul it to the storage unit, which is our fat cells. That's where it gets its bad reputation. So when you have not consumed or not exercised at all, and all of a sudden you're wanting to eat healthy, but you overconsume carbs, let's just say a large sweet potato, you're going to have fruit with that, you're going to have brown rice with that. It's all God-made food, but it's a lot at one meal setting. So the bus depot is dispatching a ton of buses into that bloodstream, taking in those blood sugars from the food you just ate, hauling on over to your muscles, but you haven't really worked out. So you might have 5 buses full of sugars, but only a half of a bus load can be dropped off. The rest of it is going to go to the storage unit, our fat cells. So you see what I'm saying on our days we're not working out, it's important you don't eat a large amount of high glycemic, high carb foods. You want to stay with the low because you want to make sure that you're not forcing a fat gain. We want to continue for our body to burn up the fat that's already on us. So, and you got to have a day for muscles to rest. So let's just say you just worked out today and the carbs for the post-workout is crucial because now you've exhausted your muscle stores. And if you don't fill them up within an hour's time, then you're basically not prepping your body for the workout 24 hours later. So the whole purpose of fueling your body post-workout is to prime the body for the workout 24 hours later. It stores it in there. So when you're consuming all these carbs post-workout with drained muscles, you got, let's just say 5 buses being shot out from the bus depot. It takes in those blood sugars from all those carbs you just consumed, and it's going straight to fuel those muscles. It needs it. Every single bus is dropping it off. There's nothing going to a storage unit. So now you've got prepped and primed muscles. The insulin is doing its job the way it's created to be done. And your body is ready to have the workout 24 hours later.
That's Murph.
So now the workout or the carb before, the reason why I say don't eat as much before if you can, you want to do more after, is because the workout, the carbs before, when you put it in your bloodstream, before it actually comes over to the muscles, that's what you're going to be burning up at the beginning part of your workout.
That makes sense.
Okay? And then once you get past that, now you're burning up all your muscle stores in here. Or I'm sorry, carb stores in your muscles.
Right.
And when you've exhausted that, woo, the body's ready. No, now it's coming right back in there. So it's refueled, but there's nothing going to the fat cells. So the rest of the day, you're getting fat burn. The nighttime while you're sleeping, you're getting fat burn. So you've done nothing but performed or fueled your body for performance only. You see how all that kind of works? It's a crazy little science, but there's a lot of people that have just exploded with it. So it's really good. The macros, though, I'm going to have to really, you guys text me, message me, because if you're feeling anything different, like Angie messaged me today, I need to know how you're feeling. If you're hungry, like Michael, we're going to have to increase those carbs if you're hungry post-workout, even after you've had your post-workout meal. So we need to know that. It takes a good 15 minutes before the hormonal signal travels from your stomach through the spine up to the back side of your brain stem to come into the brain to say, stop eating, I'm full. So if you just ate and you gobbled it up really quick, which I hope you don't, because you want to chew your food up really well so that it digests well. So if you're hungry, like 5 minutes after you get done eating, wait about 10 more minutes and see if that hormonal signal kicks in. If it doesn't, then yes, we definitely need to increase more. So I don't want you guys hungry because that tells me we're too low on macros, too low on carbs, or not carbs, calories. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Do y'all have any questions right now on everything I just explained?
You know, there was no butter on my list. I think you left butter off.
Do I have ghee on there? You can add butter.
Okay, we can eat butter.
Yeah. Is it not on there? If you can, try to go hormone-free butter or ghee.
Okay. I saw a video on how to make your own ghee. I can do that.
Yes. No, it's not on there. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, if you guys run across a food that you know could be on there, just let me know. I'll add it to this one, and then we'll let everybody else know.
Okay.
I
And
just
I
don't.
think I saw on there it said like we're supposed to limit dairy.
Yeah, do try to limit your dairy if you can. Ghee would be a good alternative.
Ghee.
Yeah. The number one inflammatory for your gut, which causes a lot of bloating in the gut, is gluten. So if you can totally avoid the gluten, that would be great. Gluten would be the breads, pastas. Basically, it's man-made type products. So if you can avoid that, that would be good. And then the second inflammatory is dairy. So do try to limit how much dairy you do consume. I personally like to consume like cashew nut butter or almond nut butter instead of actual cow milk. So, and I use ghee and coconut oil a lot.
Okay.
Yeah. We use coconut and avocado oil the most.
Yes. Avocado oil can go higher on temperatures before it reaches a smoke point. So, and that brings up another thing.
Right.
If you're cooking, you definitely don't want to have your oils coming to a smoke point where it's burning, so to speak. That creates toxins, very carcinogenous. It's like cancer causing. So you don't want to do that. Avocado can go really high. Coconut goes pretty high too. Olive oil doesn't go really high. Yeah.
Avocado can get up to 500 degrees.
Yes.
Oh wow.
So that's, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why we use that a lot.
Yep. That's good.
Christy, I do have one question.
Yes.
So on the days that I teach at the gym,
Mm-hmm.
the classes that I teach that I also like on the days that I still come to CrossFit, they're not very like it's more, I mean they're not weighted workouts, it's just body weight stuff. So on those days, do I still need to only eat my carbs around the CrossFit workout, or do I need to have some after that morning time workout that I do?
I would do some after the morning workout also. Maybe not as much.
Okay.
Maybe not as much compared
Right.
to the CrossFit workout, but you're burning up some.
Right.
So I would do probably medium
Okay.
GI carbs. Yeah, just to
Okay.
fill it up some.
Okay. And so then would I just adjust my carb intake for my CrossFit workout, or on those days do I just need to add a little more macros?
Where we're going to have to try to figure out your body, Allison. What I would do first is pull a little bit of carbs from your pre-CrossFit workout and move it to that.
Okay.
So, and if you're feeling tired,
I'll try that this next week and then.
Okay. If you're feeling tired and hungry, then we can add more carbs to you. So the more that you work out, the more your body demands more carbs. So we might have to add more to yours.
Okay. Well, I'll keep you posted.
Okay. If I don't answer my phone immediately, January and February is very busy for all dietitians.
Sure.
We're just
Shocker.
Yes. So I will get back to you. It will be between clients though.
Oh yeah, no problem.
All right.
Do you have any
Angie,
questions?
did you have any questions, or Miss Nancy?
I think we've covered everything that I was wondering. So we're only doing fruits after we work out. Other than that, we're not eating fruit.
Preferably, yes.
Okay.
The reason why, there's a lot of science that supports that fructose can actually put weight on that's not favorable weight, depending on your body type. But you have very little chance of it actually being stored, the actual fructose being stored as a form of fat if you consume it post-workout. So it's best if you do post, just to prevent that risk. I mean, everybody's body's different, and you might be able to take it at any time throughout the day, but I'm trying to go with all of the science that's grouped together.
Sure. Is this something that we should apply to our children?
Honestly, I try to do that with mine. My daughter doesn't listen, but my son is all ears. He's a sponge. He plays soccer and football, and he's really wanting to bulk up. So yes, it would be great if you could do that. If you can't, it's no big deal. It's really no big deal. I would not fret about it at all. If they're just doing regular sports, a little bit of an orange is great for great little carbs and potassium for them to kind of suck on and eat right after a game would be great, because it just kind of refuels it. But if you are having a hard time getting your kids to even eat fruit in general, by all means, give it to them anytime throughout the day.
Yeah, we eat it all the time. I wonder if we eat too much.
Again, it kind of depends on your body type, and you're gonna have very little chance of it being stored as fat if it is actual post-workout.
Okay.
For most body types, again, that it goes back to science, and not everybody fits the science mold. So
Okay.
they're all different.
Okay. You have questions, Nan?
No, I'm going to see her in the morning and we'll
Yes.
talk.
Okay.
And I would much rather see a child eat fruit than a candy bar. So by all means, give them the fruit.
Okay.
No, I see junk all the time given to babies and kids, and it just kills me.
Yeah.
Okay.
What kind of effect does this have on sleeping patterns, sleeping habits?
You should be able to sleep pretty good. That's a good question. I was told a couple years ago when I did this, there's a huge group that actually did it. I had like 22 people doing it. I was told that the ones that consumed casein protein at nighttime had better sleep. So casein is a very slow digesting protein compared to whey. Whey is readily absorbed into the muscles. Casein is just real slow, very slow. So that's why casein is down as your bedtime protein.
Mhm.
So you can make that into a pudding if you want. You don't have to do it in a drink. Totally up to you. So, and some people even add casein protein to like a Greek yogurt because it's protein also, plain Greek yogurt, and mix it in. You can add little drops of stevia if you want to make it sweeter. Vanilla flavored, like vanilla cream stevia. I would only go with Sweet Leaf brand though, none of the others, and do it out of the glass jar, not the plastic jars or plastic squeeze kind. So there's even a chocolate flavored, if you want a chocolate flavored casein pudding at nighttime too.
Okay.
Do you know anything about, or I'm sure you do, but what are your thoughts on Swerve?
I've just been introduced
Sweetener.
to Swerve. That's got, is it erythritol in it? It's a sugar alcohol, isn't it? That's in it.
I think so.
It's erythritol.
Let me see. I have it.
Okay. Yeah, somebody just introduced that to me not too long ago, and I remember looking at it, but I don't remember what exactly was in it. I think it was erythritol.
Yes, it is.
Okay. Erythritol is just another sugar alcohol. So, I mean, you can buy erythritol straight, like at the health food store, and I'm sure Good Measure Market carries it as well. It's considered safe amongst diabetics, and even a program that I have at CrossFit at One Life Wellness called Shape. I'm very hesitant to recommend to everyone across the board that erythritol is okay, because it is a sugar alcohol, and everybody's body reacts a little different to it. So I would just say, if you do use Swerve or erythritol, anything's got erythritol in it, do it in very small amounts and in moderation. So again, not everybody's body can receive it. There's certain sugar alcohols that will put a person in the bathroom all day. So sorbitol is one of them.
Oh, wow. Okay. So in your opinion, the stevia, the sweet leaf stevia is the best?
I would prefer that over erythritol. In fact, you can grow your own sweet leaf plant if you want to.
Okay.
Y'all got any more questions?
I don't think so.
Okay. I know this is kind of a little introductory tonight, but I really wanted to make sure you guys were kind of understanding the whole purpose of it. And it's going to be a week or two of really figuring out if these macros are right for you and if we need to tweak it. So anyway, so is Tuesday night a good night for you guys to do a Zoom every week? Tuesday
Which night?
Tuesday nights?
Sure. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes, that should be fine.
Okay. What times are good?
My kids are usually in bed by 8.
After bed.
Would you say,
Same.
Michael?
Yeah.
Same. 8 o'clock is when our kids go to bed.
Okay. So do you guys want to shoot for 8:15 or 8:30?
8:15 is fine.
8:15? Okay.
Yeah, 8:15 would work.
Okay. Well, let's shoot for that. And we might have some weeks where we just don't have a lot. I'm gonna cover different topics each week that will help you guys get going. But if you also have questions too, go on and ask during the Zoom talks. But it might only be 10-minute long Zoom. It might be a 30-minute long Zoom, just depending on, the questions and how deep you guys want to go. So just know I'm here for you. I want to see you guys succeed. So, if you got any topics or anything that I can totally talk about for the whole Zoom time, let me know. I'd love to dive into that and help everybody out. So I think everybody's wanting to just increase muscle or tone and while decrease body fat. So we're kind of all doing this together.
Yes.
So I'm proud of you guys.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I guess
Thank you so much.
See you next Tuesday.
All right. Thank you.
Bye.
All right.
Sounds
See you
good.
tomorrow, Nancy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.